This video is sponsored by Bityard. With over 400 cryptocurrencies to choose from on their spot exchange, dozens of USDT pairs for futures trading, perpetual coin futures, trade commodities like gold, silver and oil, Forex, and major indices like Nasdaq. You can buy crypto from Bityard with over 50 different fiat currencies, using Visa, MasterCard, Google or Apple Pay. If you like, you can use their copy trade facility, follow other traders who will execute trades on your behalf, or become a copy trader yourself. So if you want a bit of that, click the link in the description. Hello everybody, welcome back. So I'll make this one short and sweet. There's not a great deal to say about it. We're back on the 3-day on Bitcoin here. We can see that 200 simple moving average got tagged. That's kind of what we were looking for yesterday, and we also have the trend line to outside of that. So it's held pretty well so far. Tagged it last night, tagged it again today. So far so good. Again, we were talking about the idea that this could just be seen as one ascending channel, which a statistical likelihood of breaking down. Unfortunately, the itchy cloud has now failed, so we don't have that uptrend in play. As far as that signal is concerned, we'd certainly be looking for another one of those to be generated somewhere down the line. It's not going to be triggered for quite a while. These signals come far and few between, so we'll probably be looking for several weeks, maybe even months, before something along those lines is generated once again. So yeah, it's looking okay for what it's worth. The support has held once again, but because it looks now very much like an ascending channel, we do have to expect it to break down. Does it break down on this one, or does it pump all the way back up to the top of the channel again, which brings us up towards 50,000? Maybe we even break out and go up towards 52 and beyond. At the moment, I would say that given the way that it looks, is that we're probably going to go sideways in the short term. The money flow index is pretty low. There's no divergence really on any of these oscillators. We've got a relatively decent read going on here for the RSI. So if we do get an RSI breakout with price action, it could suggest we go up towards the top. Excuse me, to go up towards the top of the range once again. So bordering the 50,000, 49 to 50,000. As we've recognized for a long time now, the more popular Bitcoin gets, the more absorbed it gets into the overall system, right? Wall Street and everybody else, and it correlates extremely well with traditional markets right now. And they did not have a good day yesterday. When I made the video yesterday, we recognized that European and UK stocks were down. You can only assume that Americans are going to be down also. Now Tuesdays, some call them turnaround Tuesdays. If you have a red Monday, you often have a bit of a green Tuesday, and so we might be looking for sideways and up today. Maybe we test this channel once again, see if we can hold, and that might be a small opportunity for a position to take place. A small, quick scalpy, long position. But generally speaking, this looking very much like an accumulation anyway. This entire range, all the way from the top all the way to the bottom, looks like an accumulation range, and that would be what you'd expect after coming out of quite a steep consolidation like it is. We're going to be choppy, and we already have been choppy. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's a choppy range. That is also very much like an accumulation to me. So if you've not accumulated in this zone, and again I bought this zone out a while ago, bought the 40,600 and I bought the 35. The next zone I'll be looking to buy would be, I'd probably try and front run this one if we did come down to this level. 29,000 worked out pretty well in the past. I'd be looking to front run that. I'd probably go for around 31,000 just to make sure it was in there, and that could be the next significant low, which could be the low. But while we're still within this channel, we are still in it, and that is a support as we speak, and we could go up to the top and we could break out from here. Just because we're statistically more likely to break down from a descending channel doesn't mean that we always will, but we often do. And that goes hand in hand with what we see on the 4-hourly, which is momentum really picking up pace to the downside now with our death crosses. Previously, when you get death crosses, they do suggest further downside. Death cross here came down a little bit more, whereas the last one, death cross here, came down a little bit more. When was the one prior to that? Well, the last one prior to that was the big one here, death crossing all the way down here. So they do suggest further downside. Realistically, that's what they do suggest. And I would expect, to be honest with you, that we do break down out of this channel now, given that there's nothing on here to suggest anything major outside of the fact that we are at a major support. So it's all relative to the fact that spot trading should be chilled. It should be chilling. There's a lot of people who can't cope. The emotional side of things gets to people. You can see that on the comments. People flapping around, blah, 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 like headless chickens. Look, sold here, bought here, or wherever it was, the 40,000 Yeah, the 40,600 bought here, and relax. Simple as that. They're done. All done. That's it. That's my Bitcoin trading for you, right? And if we break down, buy here, relax. No big deal, guys. Absolutely no big deal. Now I understand, you know, if you've got more than you can afford to lose, you've got more, you put all your eggs in one basket, or you're stuck in altcoins, and yeah, I can understand. I can understand the emotional side of things. It's okay, for me to talk like this. My position is probably very different to a lot of you, especially the ones who are extremely emotional. But I can afford to be relaxed about this, and I can afford to take my time with these trades, and I can afford for this to take 3, 6, 9 months to break out and then effectively be extremely profitable. That's I can afford all of that. I can understand that other people can't, but luckily I can. But I have been in this market for a while, and obviously by being in this market for a while, there's been some serious gains, not just from Bitcoin, but from all the altcoins. All the altcoins that I've been trading out over the last, since 2019, and obviously even prior to that, made a hell of a lot of cash on just trading XRP prior to the last peak of the bull run. So it puts me in a different situation, and this is why I can be so chilled and laid back. And so I get it. I do understand. Like when I was trading for the very first time, as in like when I took it up as a day job back in 2014, 15, when I was just doing CFD trading. I was emotional about it. That was my major income. I had to make sure that I was profitable consistently, and if I wasn't, it would be upsetting. But now it's different. I can afford to basically not have any income for a long period of time and still be okay, which makes it a different vibe for me. Anyway, enough of that. Basically, sideways, effectively looking for this to break down over time. We could move up to the top of the channel before we come back down once again. Effectively, I would say that we're more likely to break down, and I would welcome that because I would love to get a position in around this zone. Other than that, I hope you have a nice day and take it easy.
Dad.
Yeah?
Have a look at it now.
What, your finger? Okay, we'll put some cream on it.
Pas en pite.